I got her pulling up ways because I want to show you guys something. But right now I'm in 5th gear. And alright, y'all. So give you all a quick walk around of the car. Still, you know, our transportation, we still use it to have fun. We get ready to go to the park, go have a little picnic. Still got to carry your oil with you because it's a Honda. So some of the stuff we did on the inside while getting it painted, we rewrapped the whole entire roof to match the visor. The car is still getting wet sand and buff. The guy was doing it. I paid him before the job was completely done because what happened was I got the really expensive clear coat and it's hard to get it. Yeah, so I put a different kind of antenna on there. I just wanted to have a little modern look. See, the spoilers wrap. This was our first wrap, so it didn't come out so good. The hood came out much better and the side window vents. Started to advertise my company on there. I figured I'd stop being selfish and try to help out as much as possible. Still trying to here go my son. They surprised me, make popcorn for me. So the transmission is complemented by some 15-inch tires. These are Toyo R888R, and it's a square setup. And trying to find the tire size here, 225, 45, 15R. I wanted to get a proper speed rating. You can see homemade side skirts. I have a little ding protector because I drive it every day and you know things are gonna happen. Also put a little strip right here. Still need to take the old tints off. Haven't gotten to that as yet. So this is how the spoiler looks. You can see a little bit of the ruffle. I'm gonna actually paint the spoiler the same color as the car. I tried to wrap. I didn't like it too much. We wrapped the hood. You remember I had the HKS. It was horrible. We sanded it down. Took me about 3 weeks. I had to scrape it with a scrape, heat it and scrape it. And after about 2 weeks of just non-stop scraping it, sanded it down, hit it with a 2K clear coat. We put about 4 layers of it to kind of build it up. Then we wrapped it. If you look really, really close, you can see where the HKS used to be at, the indentation. We just repainted the front grille. It was black, but it was chipping. I didn't like that. Yeah, so yeah, this is the car now. It still needs a front windshield. Mirrors got painted black. And yeah, and the side vents, that was supposed to be initially a Mini Cooper light. That didn't come out good. Then I thought about doing the fender cutouts, but I didn't want to cut the fenders after the car got painted, so I improvised and got these vents from Pep Boys, heated them up to get the little, if you notice there's an arch right here on, if you know about Hondas, there's the arch. To get the arch, I heated it up and molded it, so it has a slight little, it doesn't have that gap right here. And then we used a step screw so that the screw wouldn't sit out. It wouldn't be like all the way out. It kind of sits in a little bit. I could have got the screw a little bit more in, but yeah. So the wheels are off of a Mazda. I'm not sure. I modified, you can see where it had the Mazda emblem, but I sanded it down, rewrapped it. So the wheels off of a Mazda. You can see I don't drive it much.
And some makeup.
Yeah, me and my son painted. These are Acura RS. These are from the TL, the older 90s TL. Front brakes, a little style. you know, these don't really do much, but you know, yeah. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to give a little bit of a walk around since I got the car painted. You can, yeah, it's not perfect, like it still has a little right there you can see. We didn't see it till the car got out of the paint shop. White wheels are very hard to take care of. Square stance is great. The car, the rear feels like somebody's steering it. It feels like it's a separate steer by itself. So when you turn the front, the rear kind of just comes around on its own time. It doesn't swing around. It's not unpredictable. You know exactly what it's going to do because of the rear sway bar set up on there. So there's the rear sway bar with the German Blistine shocks with Eibach, Redline, racing lowering springs, rear brakes disc converted to disc. I went on ahead and put the splash guard on the rear. No splash guard on the front. The car was a little bit too low. And this is how it sits from all angles. Like I said, I really haven't done too much of videos. I just been getting a lot of questions about how the rear brakes perform. Oh God. I'm sorry. And you know, just been enjoying my CRV. Well, you know, we traveled to Tennessee and had to put a roof rack on there, learn how to make a diffuser. And this is just a quick little video. Like I said, I went all out with getting the car done because I wanted to make sure that if I was going to really help people, I wanted the car to look presentable. The under the hood is still the same. The catch scan, I'll probably do another video if you guys want me to do a video of the catch scan and how it's set up and if it does work. So I redid the headlights, sanded them down with the, you know, the YouTube video 2K clear coat, and these headlights were done about 3 years ago. Turn on the lighting. So it has these little halo rings inside, and yeah, it's on both sides. Turn the fog light on. Turn the. There you go. Alright, turn them off now. They're pretty bright. You're gonna mess up. Alright, turn off this lighter now. Yeah, so it has the halo in there. Extended wheel studs because I didn't like when the wheels were like, it has the spaces in there, and I didn't like that it was like 1, 2, 3 turns and it was like already like ready to be tightened. So that was a lot of work to get the extended studs on there. And we're gonna take it for a little highway drive. Sorry if this video is not all that flashy and all that. We're just literally like heading out. I'm getting ready to take it on the highway, so I figured I wanted to get some rolling shots and do it all fancy and all that stuff. But I mean, the car speaks for itself. It gets a lot of attention, and I don't like the attention like that anymore. But it's necessary because I'm putting my two passions together, which is cars and trying to help people to live a little bit of a healthier life. You know, I've had to do some testing on myself and it works. Also, I wanted to make sure that the spoiler was really structurally strong. So what I went on ahead was engineered, if you can see here, some hurricane brace, and they're bolted in to the rear hatch itself. Alright y'all, so if you hear that woo noise, that's the tires. So I have the car in neutral so you don't hear the exhaust, and these tires are really noisy. So the reason why I'm doing this video versus just showing the RPMs in 5th gear is because I wanted, and I'm in 4th gear right now, and I'm just driving through the city, and 4th gear at 38 miles an hour. Okay, so I'm going to explain something else about the speedometer also, but the tires are really noisy, compared to other tires, so you just got to get used to that. So it's just little stuff as I'm driving the car, it's coming up and I'm showing you guys. The idle is fine now. When I did the video of the car cutting out at high RPMs and I replaced the EGR gasket, I also wound up redoing the spark plugs because the spark plugs looked horrible. I guess the 100 octane kind of corroded the spark plugs. So just a little side note that the car probably had multiple things wrong with it. And it revs out now. It revs out. But I'll come back with y'all when I'm getting ready to go on the highway. I'm just gonna show you just driving it. First through fourth is pretty much the same, except for now it has the wavetrac LSD, so the torque steer is not terrible. It's still there, but it's not terrible. So I mean, the car is just perfect for what I need it for. This is for just the back roads, having fun. This is not really a quarter mile, a drag racing car or to do a highway pulls. This is to have fun on the back roads, and once I get on the highway, it's not annoying. You know, on the back roads, you're really doing first, second, third, and I didn't want that non-LSD transmission yanking me and pulling me all over the place. So you got to build your car for you. You have to build it for you and nobody else. That's the key thing. You got to figure out what you're going to use it for. If you don't need crazy mad horsepower, then don't do it just because everybody else is doing it, because you're not going to like the car after a while because it's going to have too much power. The turbo is going to come with too much turbo issues, and you know, you're going to constantly keep adding oil, which I already do, and this is an all motor car, but it's even going to be more of a high maintenance, you know, because you're going to have to change the oil a lot often. It's a lot of stuff with everything. You know, even with changing the transmission, it has its pros and its cons, which I'll explain once I get to the highway. All right, so right now we're going to do a first through fourth pull, just so you can see it. It's the stupid guy over here with a Solera. I guess he's going to get his feelings first. That was a first through third, and the tires were completely warm, but when I grabbed second gear, now I'm not getting all that crazy spin. And now that I changed the spark plug, the car stopped smoking. So yeah, it was putting off a lot of smoke when you stopped. It was a lot of unburnt fuel. So yeah, the car runs like a dream now, just changing the spark plugs and tightening up the EGR gasket. So we're going to get back to you once we get on the highway. I just wanted to do a quick pull to show you how the LSD works. I got her pulling up ways because I want to show you guys something. But right now I'm in fifth gear, and somebody was asking me 80 miles an hour, 80. So did it come up? Yeah. All right, so I want to show you guys something. Right now I'm steadily holding at, I want to say about 70 miles an hour.
You're going
62. 62? Alright. So I want to show you, alright, I'm going to hit 80. Hold up the thing now so we can see it. hold it right here so you can see. So it's saying I'm doing 80 and 73, 70, 75, and it's saying I'm doing over 80. So the speedometer is not 100% accurate. I guess the speed ring, I should have changed the speed ring on the from the Accord differential and put on here. But also another thing, I'll let you hold this. So I'm gonna fourth gear drop. But it falls out of VTEC when you rev fourth all the way out. But this is why I built it. Driving around just having fun, I can relax some and enjoy the car and it not being screaming in VTEC and burning out all my oil, spitting out all my oil, and just constantly being in VTEC. But the problem is when you're pushing the car and you throw it in fifth gear, you know, when you're really pushing it and getting into it, it just falls out of VTEC and then it takes a while for it to build back up to get up there. So you're going to give up that aspect on the highway. So you must know that you're a beast first through fourth, but fifth gear, you got to wait for it to come back. It's going to move at its own pace, and that's one of the cons is falling out of VTEC. Another con is that and that's probably on my end, not changing the speed ring from the Accord. I'm assuming that it's reading the speed ring from the Prelude with the speed sensor. Something I probably need it, but either way, the speedometer is off by maybe the higher speed you go, it's the more it's off. But from like first to sixth gear, zero. But otherwise from that, the car runs good. That transmission fluid I put in there mixed with the Honda gear oil worked out perfectly, because like I said, the Honda gear oil can flow at a colder temperature and until that thicker gear oil warms up. But this is driving on a good street. The car's not rattling, shaking all over. When you get into it, it gets a little hectic, as you can see back there. But really just building the car for what you want. You got to sit down and think about what you want, and then build the car, and not just build the car based on what everybody else is telling you is going to be happy. We made door cards, and I have brand new door cards for it, but I haven't put them in as yet because we use them for storage. So yeah, but still family friendly. Have my food heating up. We're getting ready to have a little picnic. I'm not sure why the wife brought some paper, but she got paper. The glove box is still there. The radio needs to be taken out because I don't ever use it. Car still has heat. You know, all the gauges work. The tachometer works, the speedometer works, the gas gauge works, the temperature gauge always stays right below half. Oh, okay. Paid attention, almost right through the light. But yeah, the car works good, man. I personally wouldn't go back and change anything. If I do get some money, I decide I want to boost it. I think maybe like 370 horsepower would be perfect. But if you guys have any more questions, and the reason why I'm making this video is, one, to show you guys that it's running on 15-inch tires, which the Prelude transmission came with, so the tires shouldn't be at factor. And two, I had a few messages asking me how the transmission operate on the highway speeds at around 80, and at around 80 it's about 32, a little bit, you know, but it's not in VTEC like it was before. And granted, the speedometer is a little bit off, so yeah, it doesn't fall in VTEC no matter. Even once I go from my max at 4th gear, now I won't see my max, but say if I shifted at like 7.5 in 4th gear, that's still enough to have it fall out of VTEC. And when you're cruising on the highway, you don't want to be in VTEC the whole time. You want to be able to relax and have a conversation. And yeah, so I'm not going to talk you guys head off. I'm trying to cover everything. If you guys have any more questions about the paint, like the clear coat that was used on there, let me know. If you guys have any questions about how the thicker sway bar, let me know. Just anything, how the tires, how the grip, just whatever it is. If you want me to do a more detailed video, let me know. I'm trying to, you know, have a balance between family time, foraging, driving, and enjoying the car, taking it to shows, filling my orders with herbs, and helping people out, all that stuff. Just trying to have a balance. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, man. One love. Stay up, stay blessed, stay strong. Me and the wife, you about to enjoy the rest of the